my goodness, what a group we got here today. Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown. We're right along ringside, and boy, we have got a whale of a crowd for a whale of a show, Dave.
Oh, we do indeed. We have a Southern Heavyweight Championship match coming up right here today on Championship Wrestling. Bobby Jagger's the hangman with the title. The King is going to try to take it back. A lot of people consider that Lawler's belt. He's going to try to win it back right here today.
One of the people that considers it Lawler's belt is Lawler himself. And, brother, he'll be trying to get it back, and they've got the special time limit. One falls off. Well, I don't think I have to identify that. You pretty well know that music in there. That identifies, well, maybe he's gone away somewhere. So what else we got on the show today?
Well, we got the Nasty Boys coming in, going against Manny Fernandez and Hector Guerrero in a match. Hector's music right there. Jeff and Billy will be here. Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis a little bit later on. We'll also be looking at a new name. We'll be looking at the Hangman, a tag team we haven't seen before out of Waco, Texas. They'll be going against the Midnight Rockers. And, of course, as we said, that big championship match.
Yeah, Steve Kern, by the way, is going to be here to do. I've been wanting to talk to Steve where it is on camera, and he said he's got a few things to say, so we'll be talking to the fabulous one himself. We had our party last week. What are you guys doing? Oh, yeah, great.
You know something, Daddy? You know what this is? This is the anniversary of Do You Remember the Alamo? All over Mexico, people are partying. They're getting down.
This is the anniversary of this. Wait a minute. What?
I got something for you.
Will you guys just hold this stuff up?
Hey, we just thought we'd bring you out this morning to all have a party, you understand?
Yeah.
I know how you all people respect the memory of the Alamo, you understand what I mean?
Yeah, particularly when you guys know. Oh, yeah.
We came prepared. We got all the people all day.
You give us a break.
We're giving you a break. We're letting you in on a celebration.
Yeah, well.
Oh, yeah.
That makes
come
you
on.
happy.
Yeah, there you go.
It was They've now celebrated the Alamo.
When we celebrated in the royal country where our royal language is spoken, we call it the slaughter at the Alamo. And all you volunteers in this state and all the other states that came to the Alamo, oh, did they volunteer to get slaughtered? We won. You remember that? We remember the Alamo, and we celebrate it with our anniversary every year. And this is what we call it, slaughter at the Alamo. Remember that? You know why they only brought 2,000 of us down there?
No.
Because they only had 5 cars.
Hey, will you get
You know why they all let the horseback go? Somebody forgot the jumper cables, man.
Hey, we're going to take a break. We're going to be back. You guys go ahead.
You know why them guys at the Alamo were so fired up, man? They were ready to do something. Do you know? No. Because they put this stuff in their breakfast. See, they woke up and they put this chile powder in their breakfast.
Jalapeno peppers.
Oh, yeah. How did you know? Hey, wait a minute. We got somebody. Anybody want to be on TV this morning? Huh? Anybody want to have a pepper? Come on. Anybody, come on down.
What do you want somebody to...
Let me go find me a chicken skin. Go get that chicken skin, Hector. Yo, wait, go get you something. Hey, Hector! Hector! There's one way over there. Come on! Hey, Hector!
You guys got a match coming up here in the ring, and here we are. Boy, having fun and games right off the bat. Oh, no. Huh?
Have you ever been a pepper before
What's
your
your
life?
name?
Elizabeth?
You're crazy,
You know what this is?
Elizabeth.
This is the hottest thing.
Yeah,
This is the most exciting thing that you will ever imagine and taste in your life. This is what we call in my country, biting the chile, mamacita. Dale una
Can I
mordidita.
ask you a question? Do I have to bite that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Wait,
I
what?
live in
little-
Texas.
one little bite.
It burns my tongue,
Oh,
please.
my God. We better not volunteer.
I don't think you got any. You got no chili pepper
Just
ears
like the
over
volunteer
there.
state, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got no guts this morning, you understand? They all want to win. Come on down here. Come on down here. Come on down there. Who's going to do it?
We got to get a match going underway here.
Let me tell you something, man. It's just like everything else. They all volunteered and got slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? They're volunteering out here, and they don't even remember. We want to get somebody down here to show them why this is the most awesome tool in the world today. You know what I'm saying?
That's what fired up the Mexicans.
That's it. That's what got us so fired up. Here we go.
No. Have you volunteered for this now? And your name is what?
Gayla.
Gayla.
Okay, I want you to describe exactly what you're going to bite, okay?
It's a jalapeno
Bite it
pepper.
good now. Oh, yeah. Now,
no.
wash it down a little bit there. Okay, hey,
Darling, you volunteered. Whoa, don't swallow. Oh, yeah. Hey.
Come on, swallow it.
Oh,
Hey, let's.
yeah.
Now you
Oh, that girl.
No. Hey, you gotta eat your pepper now. You gotta eat.
No.
You eat your pepper. What's wrong with you? You understand? See, now you know why they're fired up. Look at her. You know what the secret is? It's all in the pepper seeds. You see that? It's got little pepper seeds like that. And those little ones that are dropping, those are the ones that are hot.
Yeah.
So all you people out there, all you imitators of the Mexican food, remember what makes it hot. It's the hot pepper called jalapeno. Jalapeno, baby.
Okay, celebrate in the ring if you would, please. Come on, guys. We've had enough time here. Let's get up there.
What are you talking about? What do you got up there? There's nothing up there. It's just a blank square ring.
You will have to walk.
There ain't nobody up there with any guts. Oh, referee. Who's got any guts? Who's got it? On the anniversary of the Alamo.
Anniversary of the Alamo. This may be your Alamo.
Are you kidding?
We lost our volunteer.
There's two sides of the story. And this is our side, and on our side, we won.
Our volunteer just left.
Look at that, lads.
Boy, she is burning up.
Burning up. She is burning up. That's the way it is. That's it, Dave.
We'll find out how much you're celebrating.
All right, let's take care of this situation.
Yeah.
We've got a one-fall 10-minute time limit match coming up here. Introducing at a total weight of 568 pounds out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, Brian Nobbs and Jerry Sag, the new Nasty Boys. Going against him at a total weight of 488 pounds from Texas, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. And from Mexico City, Mexico, Hector Guerrero. There's a Mexican connection. One fall. 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. Got to start this one before the bell, it looks like.
This ought to be quite a scrap here today, Dave. Yeah, I think they're out of range. We
rid of the party hat there.
Big Brian Nobbs in there with a Raging Bull, and Manny Fernandez right after him. There's a reversal.
Nobbs dumped him over his back. Good move by Brian Nobbs. Fernandez hanging back close to the corner. He does not go for the tag, though. Instead, he wades back to the center of the ring and heads for Brian Nobbs.
I see Gayla, our jalapeno pepper volunteer, just came back. Yeah. She's red in the face.
Ooh, trip to the water fountain there.
Man, those things are so hot.
No,
boy. I made that mistake one time. I had to put my head under the faucet.
Still didn't help much. Ooh.
Manny down with Brian Nobbs in the ring. Fernandez, former pro footballer.
He got a 1 count. I thought he was going to get at least a 2 there, but Jerry Sag able to bring the shoulder up, prevent the count. Nasty Boy. Getting the crowd behind him. Fernandez back Sag into a corner. Hector Guerrero outside. They make a tag.
they distract you from what this is, wrestling, but I'll tell you what, this Fernandez and Guerrero make a rugged team. We see him handle Brian Nobbs over to the corner, and Manny rips him with an elbow. Illegal, but that doesn't stop him. There's a tag on the Bull.
Bull comes in and picks up Brian Nobbs. Fired into the ropes. Oh, runs into that big elbow. Fernandez to the corner. The tag on Hector Guerrero. Hector finds nothing but the mat as Brian Nobbs is out of the way. Here's Jerry Zag coming back in. Zag. Here's Hector Guerrero across the ring with a drag.
Boy, he pounded him, too.
Big clothesline and a cover. Look at this. Fernandez in, Nobbs in, all four of them in the ring. Referee trying to get Nobbs and Fernandez separated. Meanwhile, Hector picks up Jerry Zag and Fernandez. Puts him down. Count is at 1, 2, 3. The Mexican Connection gets the victory at 3 minutes, 6 seconds over the Nasty Boy.
Fernandez, boy, I mean, he slipped up and busted him hard. While they celebrate, we're going to take time out. Be back in just one moment. Okay, quickly I want to tell you, brother, that Wednesday night's something else. I mean, top to bottom, it is a dynamite card. One of the matches, a Southern Tag title match, where the titles with the RPMs will be up against the hair of the Midnight Rockers. You had to get it, didn't you?
That's exactly right, Lance. First of all, we had to put up money. We had to put up a ring. We had to put up a car. Well, now, boys, you got to put up something. And the only thing we could think of that would make you look more stupider is without your hair, and you're going to lose it.
Well, we'll find that one out. RPM's titles, hair of the Rockers, be going. Final match, yeah, it's happened and been put together right there in Evansville. Steve Kerr and Jimmy Jack together. No single matches going against Lawler and Jarrett.
Well, you know, it takes a lot for me to have a partner, first of all, because of all the problems I've had. But I've got full confidence in the man standing on your left. I have no problems with that. All I want to know is, how come Jerry Lawler doesn't have the guts to step in there and go 1-to-1, eye-to-eye, toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose? Lawler, you got no guts, and you're starting to show all the people, not only in Evansville, but everywhere else you go. You can't seem to get in there and do it by yourself. Jeff Jarrett, you're in a bad spot, and you're going to wish you never got in this position.
I'll tell you what, the king of the sissies tried to burn us. He tried to hurt us. When you hurt somebody, you better make sure they're up. Now you're ours. And Jeff, Sissy Jarrett, you're mine.
Hey, a little later on, we got that Southern Heavyweight title. I thought we already had you out here.
You gotta keep this on there. Geez, George, what is happening?
Hey, Hector, give me a break, will you?
Listen, grabbing a plate by the neck ain't the same thing as grabbing this pepper and using it and eating it in all your foods. All your people, remember, please, you gotta have it, you gotta do it right. Everybody that don't do it right, he's doing it wrong.
Pepper out of there. Hector Guerrero bit that pepper and is grinding it down in Bill Dundee's eyes. Boy, you're a couple of real he-men. Boy, they ground that pepper down in his eye is what they did.
Water, Bill. Come on. Easy. Here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. These two guys, they have they have absolutely no compunctions about doing anything in the world. Guerrero takes it, bites the end of the pepper off, and grinds it down into Billy's eye. Okay, we got a match coming up here. If we can get to that, let's see if we can bring them on out here and get some wrestling instead of all this Alamo celebrating and digging peppers in people's eyes.
Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis up in the ring right now. This is going to be a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Going against them at a total weight of 523 pounds out of parts unknown. It is the Assassins. And at a total weight of 438 pounds out of Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis. And from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Dave, if you can, I'm going to run out here and get some towels and stuff and mop this stuff off where all that water is, and I'll be right back with you.
We have in the ring Billy Travis starting quickly over to the corner, makes the tag. Jeff, Billy, double upper arm, and the Assassin heads for the corner, makes the tag on his larger partner. Boy, this guy is huge stepping in there right now. Both of them are big. But the bigger of the two Assassins steps into the ring to face Jeff Jarrett. Assassin claims he had his mask pulled. Jeff Jarrett over to the corner. Tag on Billy Travis. Travis up on the middle rope. Here he comes. Right down across the top of the head. The Assassin hits the mat. Billy, go try to pick him up and slam him. He's not having a lot of lead. Finally got him off his feet. Look at Billy Travis. He does it. Incredible. This guy's got to weigh 270, 280 pounds at least. Billy body slams it. Billy and Jeff fire him into the rope. Jeff Jarrett. Takes the Assassin over to the corner. The tag is made. Here's Billy Travis coming back in. Billy picks him up again. And a second time, he body slams that huge Assassin. He drops down, flying through the air. Billy to the corner. Tag on Jeff. The Assassin off the rope. Jeff catches him with a great drop kick. This might be it. Count 2 and 3. It's all over. 2 minutes, 1 second to time. Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis put together the victory here over the huge team of the Assassins. They're headed out after the victory, 201. We're still mopping up here.
Yeah, we're still mopping up. What do you say we take a break right here, and we'll be back in just one moment.
Yeah, just about set to go with this next match. Yeah, things are shaping up here a little bit. Boy.
Well, I don't blame Billy after what they did to him last week, and boy, it'll even be worse after what they did today. That's man, they took the jalapeno pepper. There's still a piece of one and ground it down into his eyes. And we're about ready to go with the next action out here in the ring. John Paul, who will have a large-size task ahead of him today, Dave.
Boy, he does. Here comes his opponent right here, Jimmy Jack Funk out of Amarillo, Texas. He's into the ring. John Paul still warming up. Jimmy Jack Funk tries to jump him from behind. John Paul saw him coming.
This is a rematch, Dave. You remember he jumped him from behind last time.
He sure did.
John Paul was ready.
This time, John Paul saw him coming and moved out of the way. He turned. Jimmy Jack Funk does not get the advantage of surprise this time.
Jimmy Jack Funk still has those chaps on. Nice reversal from John Paul. Beautiful backdrop. Boy, it's a different story when he's sitting there waiting on him. It's not like being popped from behind. Jimmy Jack Funk jumped him last week, and John Paul said, hey, I want to crack back in, and it's even on this thing. And now, here they're at it. John Paul, who has been coming along and looking great in the last few weeks, is in there head up with big Jimmy Jack Funk. Boy, he is a big guy, isn't he, Dave?
He is. He weighs in at 245, and it's a solid 245. Boy, there's a move that was working for John Paul, but he was so close to the rope, it didn't work at all because he went into the rope.
Yeah, but Jimmy Jack Funk helped it out, I think. He saw the opportunity, and he just pulled him back down and choked him on the rope.
John Paul, not in good shape right now. He started out really looking good. Look at Funk using the rope. Yeah, you can see him. He had that bottom rope. He's pulling up on it, which gives him more pressure. He's standing on the side of the head of John Paul. Referee counting, trying to get him.
Count him out.
Work that up, yeah. Keep counting. Funk with the clothesline, and John Paul hits the mat.
Jimmy Jack zeroes in with that right hand bank and then goes for the throat. While the referee's counting on him, Jimmy Jack continues and breaks it right at the last split second. John Paul is whipped across the ring. Crotches him, scoops him straight up in the air. Big power slam. I believe he's got him.
He does. 2:08 the time. It's Jimmy Jack Funk getting the victory over John Paul, who had a good start, but just couldn't keep it going against the rugged Jimmy Jack Funk.
Had that one little error in there that happened that Jimmy Jack Funk turned it around, and he hung him on that rope over there, and that was a change of the entire match as John Paul goes down to a defeat. We said a little earlier, we'd agreed that we wanted to talk out here with Steve Kern on camera. Steve said he had some things to say, and fine, we've got some things we want to hear him say.
Well, first of all, Lance Russell, you know, I'm getting an awful lot of flack. And it seems like it started right here in Memphis. You know, I've been in Florida. I semi-retired for a while. I moved down there with Stan. I moved down there with Jackie Fargo. And I tried to start a little bit of a different lifestyle, trying to pick and choose when I wrestled. Well, now it's come to a point where everybody's starting to point the finger at Steve Kern and saying, well, you're in the wrong, Steve Kern. You can't seem to accept the fact that Jerry Lawler didn't purposely burn you. Well, let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I made this trip deliberately and on purpose, and as an inconvenience to myself today, I flew up here this morning just to clear my name, or at least try and reconcile here. Because first of all, I've been a professional wrestler for 16 years. I'm proud of what I do for a living, and I'm going to stand behind it 100%. I'm not 7 feet tall, and I don't weigh 300 pounds, so I've had to fight and scrap for everything I've gotten. And I don't back down from any man, no matter what size they are. And I'm not backing down from any professional wrestler. I don't care if they're 9 feet tall, because I don't measure toughness by the size of the man. I measure by how long he stays in this profession and survives. Now, Jerry Lawler is in the wrong, and I've seen the tapes. I've relived this thing over and over again. I can hear you out there. I hear you saying, no, he's not. But you weren't in my situation. I guarantee you that if you pan this audience out here, that you'll find somebody that they'll shake their head and that say that I am right. I feel like that I took my stand. Maybe I took my stand and I disappointed a lot of fans. Well, that doesn't break my heart, because I'm not in this profession to make fans happy. I'm in it to make a living. Anybody that goes out there and with one thing in mind, and that's to make the people smile, is in the wrong profession. This profession is made for making money. Now, I came up here. I came up to defend my case. I came up here to ask publicly in front of everybody if I am wrong, and you heard just as well as I did. Now, wait a minute. Okay, now, I'm not asking you. I am not asking you, and I'm not asking Dave Brown, because first of all, you've got to be the president of the Jerry Lawler fan club. So you're not a unbiased judge. But if I can get, let's say, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, he seems to be a young, upcoming wrestler. Let's get Jeff Jarrett out here. I mean, I'm not trying to pick from one side of the dressing room or another, but let's say Jeff Jarrett. If Jeff Jarrett, you got to be watching the monitor. Now we'll just see how much of an education Jeff Jarrett's got from his father, from Tojo Yamamoto, and from Jackie Fargo. Jeff, I'm going to ask you point blank, right to your face, take my glasses off, and I'm going to ask you now as a professional, not quite with a year in this business, but you've lived it, you've grown up around it, you've seen all kinds of circumstances, you know how I feel. I've watched you as an older brother situation. I've given you a lot of advice. Now you tell me, am I wrong or am I right? Please, let's hear what Jeff's got to say.
You know you're putting him on a spot out here.
Hey, Lance, you want me to put you on the spot? If I put you on the spot, I know what you're going to say. I've already had my time with you. Well,
Lance.
Well, I don't really like your sweater.
Hold on just a second. Hey, come on now. We don't...
Well, are you asking a sissy to take your side?
Hey, he asked him a question. He didn't ask him to take a side. Listen, you just hold it back in here. Steve Kern asked him a question. I just simply said he's putting him on the spot.
That's right, but you just stay out of it, Wunk, and I'm going to answer the question. Steve, you asked me, and I'm going to tell you perfectly honestly, Steve, point blank. As you said, I've grown up watching wrestling. I've seen a lot of situations. And in this particular situation, Steve, I think you were wrong. He didn't intend for that fire to hit you, and it was intended for Don Bass. As you said, I've grown up watching it.
You honestly believe that in the bottom of your heart. You can look me right in the eye and honestly believe that. If you were in my situation, if you were in my position, that you would say, okay, it's all right.
Steve,
then you're not as smart as I thought you are.
I'm looking at you straight in the face and saying, I know I've watched Jerry Lawler over the years, and I've watched you over the years. Jerry Lawler did not mean to throw that in your chest, and that's all I've got to say. You asked me for my opinion.
Well, I sure did make a mistake. I made a mistake.
Wait. Now, that's the kind of thing right there that I'm talking about. A guy hits it. Now, you want to show your fellas you're talking about you're not wrong, go up there and help him.
Oh, I'm supposed to go up there and help a guy that just disagreed with me, right?
Hey, he just don't take his side.
That is none of my business.
Hit him with a bell.
I keep my nose to myself, and I keep my nose out of other people's business. If that's Jeff Jarrett's fight, then let Jeff Jarrett fight that fight.
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
No, that's my business.
All right, Steve. Oh, Davey. We've got Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, both in the ring with Steve Kern and Jimmy Jack Funk. Jimmy Jack slams Jeff's head into the turnbuckle up there. Steve runs Lawler's head across the ring. Reversal. Kern hit Jarrett while he had reversed Jimmy Jack Funk into the corner. Steve Kern. Yeah, well, just like you coming up and hitting Jeff Jarrett from behind. That wasn't your fight, you said, and yet you saw it. You jumped up in there and got involved in it with Lawler and then nailed Jarrett. We're going to take a break right here. We'll be back in a few minutes. It out, Nate. We'll take a look. That's why we're having this match. If you don't mind, we'll wait and let that determine who's going to end up with it, Dave.
It is, in fact, a match for the Southern Heavyweight title. Introducing the challenger for the title at 234 pounds out of Memphis, Tennessee, the King, Jerry Lawler. And going against him, the champion, the current holder of the Southern Heavyweight title, with his business consultant, Nathaniel Whitlock, Nate the Rat in his corner. Bobby Jaggers, look out behind. Jaggers with a cane, nailing Lawler.
Yeah, he took Nate the Rat's cane and he nailed Lawler right in the head with it. The bell signal to be wrong, and there goes Jaggers throwing him out on the floor over there. Nate the Rat, who hadn't been anywhere near the chair he's supposed to be sitting in yet. It was his cane that Jaggers used to slug him right in the head with it. Jaggers with Lawler pounding him hard over by the ring post. Boy, Jerry just never had a chance when he got started with that. He's got his head busted up, and that didn't help it any at all either. As Jaggers slings him right into it. Look out. Yeah, I saw how he got that way, too. You hit him with a cane. We've already told the people as Lawler's head busted open and blood pouring down. Bobby Jaggers, supposed to be the AWA Southern Heavyweight Wrestling Champ. He hadn't showed us a wrestling hole yet. Hadn't even been in the ring, but very little. But don't count the King out. Referee Jerry Calhoun looking at that cut. Into the rope. Big elbow. Jaggers picks him up by the hair and is clubbing him right where his head is busted open. Ooh.
Jaggers just wild here today. He jumped Lawler from behind. Jerry never had a chance to get going.
Well, Jerry, we've seen him off to slow starts in matches, but man, oh man, this one, he is just, when you're against a guy as big and rugged as the Dunlop, Kansas Southern Heavyweight Champ, it's hard to give away what he's giving away. Suplexed him over, counted 2, and Jerry got the right shoulder up. Jaggers was in a heartbeat of keeping the title. Southern Heavyweight crown on the line as Jerry Lawler being just brutalized by Hangman Bobby Jaggers.
Still able to prevent the 3 count, just barely. Lawler on his feet. I think Jaggers had his fingers in his eyes.
Crowd hoping that Jerry can turn it around right here, but he's got a long way to come back. Jaggers, 2 attempts, has been unable to get a 1-2-3 pin on him. But Jerry needs to make one of those great recuperative efforts right here, and this may be it. Yeah, there's a scrap. Jaggers misses in the corner, and now it's Lawler. Here comes Nate the Rat up on the ring apron. Lawler nails him. Oh, and Jaggers grabbed that cane again, Dave. Jabbed Lawler with it. Referee Jerry Calhoun grabs the cane. Lawler rolls Jaggers up. 1, 2, 3. He got it! Regains the Southern Heavyweight belt, but look, Steve Kerr and Jimmy Jack Funk jump in there.
Funk hammering Lawler with that cowbell. Kern grabs him. Nate the Rat not far away with that cane. Funk and Kern, look out. Jaggers getting his shots in, too. Lawler being... Oh, here comes Jeff Jarrett in with a piece of 2x4. That emptied the ring, didn't it?
That kind of...
That is not your belt. That's...
Hey, he didn't win the belt, Jerry. What's he doing taking it away?
Bring the belt back. That's Lawler's belt.
That was no disqualification. You lost it, and that belt does not belong to you.
No disqualification there.
I don't care what you do with it. You didn't win the belt back, and you're not the Southern Heavyweight Champion. As referee Jerry Calhoun goes after Jaggers. We're going to have to take a break here while Jeff helps Jerry out of there, and we'll be back with more championship wrestling action in a minute. Okay, I got some more of that action. We're going to step back in the ring for it in a moment. Boy, Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. What a night it's going to be. Southern Tag title versus the hair match. Dundee and Travis going against the Raging Bull and Hector, and boy, that final match when Jimmy Jack Funk and the Fabulous One, Steve Kern, go against Jeff Jarrett and the King Jerry Lawler.
Lance, this is one I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. Because let me just tell you this, around the wrestling profession, there have been a lot of guys, and Steve Kern and Jimmy Jack Funk are two of them, that have underestimated this young man right here. They think that this is somebody they can push around. Well, they're going to find out Wednesday night right there in Evansville that with me by his side, and anyway, just him on his own, he is not a man to be taken lightly. And I'm looking forward to it, Lance, because the first time to team with Jeff, and I can't think of a better way to do it than with both of these jerks in the ring at the same time. Steve Kern and Funk, we don't have to worry about you jumping us from behind because we're going to watch each other's back. And if you think that little heat that you saw here on television today was something, that's nothing compared to what you're going to get Wednesday night.
Yep. That's right, Lancer. Jimmy Jack Funk, you know the score ain't settled between me and you, but Steve Kern, you showed your true colors today on TV, and me and the King are coming to Evansville for one reason. That's to take care of you two jerks.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this doggone night of action. It's coming up Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. And, partner, what I'm here to tell you, it is going to be a dandy. It is going to be a dandy. Kern and Funk going against Lawler and Jarrett. Right now, this message is directed to you with the Christmas season coming up. I know a lot of you may be interested in additional merchandise and things for you to make some money on. Anybody who would be interested in having any of the CWA merchandise in their stores, please let me suggest. I'm talking about T-shirts and posters and key rings and all the things that all the fans are interested in, particularly as gifts for this time of the year. You have an opportunity now. If you've got a pencil handy, take this number down and you can get complete information about CWA merchandise in your store. The number is 609-423-6990. Now, I'm going to repeat that again for the store owners only who are interested in having CWA merchandise in their store for this great Christmas season. Call 609-423-6990. 6990. You'll get complete information and, by golly, have an opportunity to a bigger and brighter Christmas for a fact. One of the items, as a matter of fact, that you can get a hold of when you investigate the CWA merchandise is this great poster on Jeff Jarrett. Let's take a look.
Snakeskin boots. Faded jeans. Broad shoulders. And blonde hair. Wow. Now that's a poster.
To order your Jeff Jarrett poster, call 1-800-336-2600. That's 1-800-336-2600. Save COD charges by having your credit card ready, or send a check or money order in the amount of $10 to Jarrett Poster, Post Office Box 3020, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08034. Allowed 2 weeks for delivery.
Okay, I know that phone number slipped up on you. You weren't prepared for it, so I will, in fact, give it again. It is area code 609-423-6990 if you're interested in finding out more about CWA merchandise. Well, Dave, you know, it doesn't seem to end. We've still got a couple of brand new faces that'll be appearing this very day on Championship Wrestling in there.
T.Joe Khan, for one, coming in.
Yeah, well, T.Joe we've heard a little bit about. We'll also be looking at, who, the Hangman?
The Hangman, yeah.
Yeah,
Tag team.
they'll be in there. Right now, to give you a little better comment about T.Joe Khan, his manager, Mark Goulin, has got some words. Let's listen to Goulin.
My name is Mark Goulin, and I am, shall we say, a world traveler. Having spent many years in Singapore and being a fan of blood sport, we left on a hunting trip to the mountains of northern China. There, encountering an early season blizzard, the weak were left behind, The strong climbed up the mountain to find refuge in the only place within hundreds of miles, a monastery high on a mountain peak. And that's where I first met Tijo Khan the Great. Tijo Khan was chosen as a child and trained in the most deadly of all martial arts, Mo Tu Kai Chi, pressure point manipulation. He can cause more pain and suffering with the touch of one finger than any man can with a fist, an elbow, or a knee. He is perhaps the most cunning and the most dangerous man in the world, and now, under my expert guidance, is the most devastating man to ever set foot in a wrestling ring. We've come to this part of the world to serve notice on all of your pretty boy stars that their time has passed. We begin the reign of Tijo Khan the Great. Pack your bags, Bill Dundee. Get out of town while you still can, Jerry Lawler. Protect that pretty face, Jeff Jarrett. And Billy Travis, we will break you. We begin the reign of Tijo Khan. Many, many men will suffer.
Well, there you hear Mark Goulin, who is the manager of Tijo Khan. And right now, it's time to get our first look at Tijo. He comes roaring into the ring. Jimmy Jamison, who is his partner, not sure what he's got here, Dave, and I'm not sure what he's got either.
I'm not either. Boy, Tijo Khan comes roaring into the ring. Jaggers looked like he was trying to leave. Jamison.
Well, I'll tell you,
really getting pounded by this guy.
He's got a peck of muscles around him, that's for a fact. Tijo just picks Jamison up, throws him at the top rope. I don't think they have informed him about bells and waiting until the bell rings to start the match or anything else. He just cut loose on Jamison. Got a mohawk haircut.
With a long pigtail down the back, too. Right? Weird-looking individual. Ooh.
Total domination. He jumped Jimmy before Jamison knew what in the Sam Hill was happening, and I mean wham, wham, wham. He has been all over him. To the midsection. Yeah, the referee was signaling, you know, don't jab him in the throat. Looked like an abdominal grab. He got him, whatever it was. He came out victorious. Tijo Khan, very impressive in his first outing here on Championship Wrestling. What kind of time, Dave?
Time out, it was 1:14, 1:14.
Well, we, in fact, have just seen Tijo Khan as he comes firing in here and jumps Jim Jamison screaming and hollering and took care of him right off the bat. That music will tell you. Two of the most exciting guys that we've seen in a long time are right here to visit with us. We're going to see them in the ring before long. And here they come. Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers. We don't have a lot of time before your match, Shawn and Marty, but I know you've got a match coming up where the RPMs, who ended up with, I won't say they won them, they ended up with the Southern Tag belt. You guys got to put your hair up.
That's right, Lance. Let me tell you, what is missing from this picture? It's nothing more than the Southern Tag Team titles. I tell you what, the Rockers, they never come out here and tell anybody how big and bad and rough and tough they are. We don't cry over spilled milk. Fine, you stole the title from us, RPMs. That's done. Now, we made a lot of demands on you when we were champions, and now you're making them on us, and that's fine with us. All we're telling you is this. It's that simple. The Midnight Rockers try to do one thing. They try to make a living in the sport of professional wrestling, and they try to have a good time doing it. And now people that cross our paths, they're the ones that have to pay. RPMs, you've made the mistake of crossing the paths of the Midnight Rockers. Like I said, we don't think we're the toughest. We don't think we're the baddest. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Midnight Rockers can definitely whoop the butts of you two geeks any day of the week. So let me tell you what, RPMs, you've crossed the Rockers, and now you're going to have to pay, pal, like everybody else.
Okay, fellas, you got your hair up against the title. Before we start this match, we're going to have to take a break right here. Jerry, Sherry, we're going to have to hold up just a minute. We're going to take a break, and we'll see what we can do about this match. We'll take time out, be back in just a moment. Things happen. We had hoped to get in that doggone match with the Midnight Rockers in there, but we got 40 seconds total after right here, and so we're not going to have time for it. We'll make it up to you, though. It's not like we didn't have some things happen.
Didn't we have
Dave.
action? What a day we had today. We had all sorts of things going on in the ring and outside of the ring. Lawler regains the Southern Heavyweight title. That's the main thing, I guess, today, and that match, and he did get the belt back from Jaggers.
Yeah, he did. It was a scrap. It looked like Jerry was not going to be able to in there because he nailed him with a cane. Anyhow, we'll be back next week. We'll have that full show right ahead of us. We hope maybe you'll join us. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.
Next week, you're invited to a big Hollywood party. See Johnny Carson, Bob Hope, and 5 other TV superstars as they're honored in the grand Hollywood tradition.
Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, and son of a gun, we're ready to go with another big day at Championship Wrestling. David!
Boy, opening match today. Jimmy Jack Funk is going to be in here, and that's just the opener. Listen to the tag team match we got coming up a little bit later on. Rock and Roll RPMs are going to be here.
Hold it.
Here's Hector right now.
Don't you ever get tired of interrupting what we're doing out here?
Wait a minute. We've been thinking up a song, Manny and I, we came up with a song that you're going to love. Now, believe me, this song is about all you gringos out there, all you tickets kids, and believe me, it's right down to the T, and especially for your hero, Bill Dundee. Now,
Can we do this in about 2 hours from now?
Hold on here. Hold on, let me put
Why do I have the feeling I'm not going to love
Let me
this?
put my anteojos on. These are called glasses in Spanish. Anteojos. Let me put mis lentes, anteojos. Okay, hold on, Lance. I got this right here. Hold this for me right here. Can you be as nice as to hold this song for me here? Okay, it was, like I said, it was just written today. You can't see it. Don't look at it. It's none of your business. It's my business. Don't try to copy it because it's mine. It's copyrighted already. You understand? Steelers, just like you stole Texas. Hold on. That's what it should be. United States, the Steelers of America.
What is this, man?
Hold on. Hey, wait a minute, Lance. This goes my way. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Can you put it so I can see it?
I don't know whether you can read it.
Thank you, everybody. Here we go. Ay, ay, gringuito. At the Alamo, we beat you. No matter how much you brag that you're tough, can't kick my butt, because I'm just too rough. Ay, ay, gringuito. At the Alamo, we beat you. If you won't eat our peppers today, I'll bite them out and spit them out and stick it in your eye!
Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Hey, let's just take a break. We'll find out what's going to happen later on. We're going to be back in just a minute. Various stars. stars out here and that sort of thing. But guys that are just as important to this program as anybody are the guys who are here every week and may not be stars. Right. We never get a chance to interview them. I want to introduce you to a guy that we have a chance to talk to him and back. William, how you doing, babe? William the Freezer Thompson, you know him as. I know him as a real good guy. We get a chance to talk back there every now and then, but we never get a chance to interview you.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Wasting valuable time talking to a fat slob of a sissy like this guy here.
Jimmy Jack.
Look at his face. He looks just like that sissy boy Jeff Jarrett in the face. And look at that body. He's got a body just like Jerry Lawler. And I hate both them sissies. I'll tell you what I'll do. Get up in that ring, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to Jerry Lawler and Jeff the Sissy Jarrett.
Just let me interview the guy, and we're going to...
I said, get up there. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to Lawler and Jarrett. Get up in there.
Well, we still didn't do what we wanted to do. Okay, Davey.
All right, well, they are scheduled in a match here, as a matter of fact. William the Freezer Thompson against Jimmy Jack Funk. Jimmy Jack Funk at 245 pounds out of Amarillo, Texas. The Freezer, 270 out of Arkansas. Here we go. Jimmy Jack Funk, of course, a heavy favorite in the match, even though the big Freezer outweighs him considerably.
William the Freezer Thompson in there with a truly bad dude in this Jimmy Jack Funk. Freezer never has gotten off the mark. Funk snaps him over the shoulder down on the canvas. Jimmy Jack fires him across the ropes. There's that big clothesline.
Jimmy Jack Funk in total control of the match so far. Oh, he picks him up. Not an easy thing to do.
You got powers.
Lands it. Yeah. That's it. 1 minute, 2 seconds the time. Jimmy Jack Funk wins this one over William the Freezer Thompson. Did not take him long to get going and to get the victory.
No, he got it started, just kept it. Yeah.
Now save this valuable time to talk to a champion like myself. I'll tell you what, that little sissy boy Jeff Jarrett can't handle things by himself. So what does he do? He has to go get somebody to help him. He has to call the king of the sissies, Jerry Lawler. Well, I'll tell you what, me and my friend Steve Kearns are gonna break you in two. We're gonna take you down, and we're gonna beat you like redheaded stepchild. I'll tell you what, there's no referee, and that's our kind of match. We can do anything. I can take this rope and put it around.
Yeah, we've seen you take that before.
Bash their heads in, and that's perfectly legal. So Lawler and Jarrett, we're coming at you, and we're gonna hurt you.
Jimmy Jack Funk, and we'll just take time out right now. We'll be back in just a moment. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum is the scene, friend, and action is the name of it. We'll give you the whole card later on, but I'll tell you one match it'll be interesting to see, and that's when the tough Australian Bill Dundee and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez get it on in a single match. And for that match, Hector Guerrero is going to be handcuffed to Jerry the King Lawler. You better believe that's going to be a scrap.
You know something, Mr. Microphone? Bill Dundee thinks he's got a security blanket all nip and tuck. He's going to come to Evansville, Indiana, most ignorant city in the U.S. of A, because, you know, they ain't even got the guts to stand up in a basketball court and play some foreigners. Well, baby, here's two foreigners. They're going to come down there and put another foreigner, the man from down under. I don't need Hector unless I want him. So, Bill Dundee, when you ride the bull, baby, remember it's a long, hard ride. And in Evansville, you will wake up riding nothing but a bunch of dreams, Daddy.
No, we'll be looking at that one, and boy, that's not all. I'll give you the entire card. Come to go with one of our featured bouts today. It'll have the King and Jeff Jarrett going against the RPMs. That's what's in store for you coming out right now. Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. Right before we get them up into the ring, we're going to take a chance to talk to them. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, Jerry?
Right, Lance. We've had a chance now to sit in the back and listen to not one but two idiots run their mouth. You know, Jimmy Jack Funk, when you just see him on television, he looks stupid. But then when he opens his mouth, he removes all doubt. You know, you think he's stupid. When he opens his mouth, he removes all doubt. You know he's a complete idiot. Now, let me tell you something, Funk, and let me tell you something, Steve Kern. It's real easy to stand in front of a camera and tell everybody how big and how bad you're going to beat somebody up. And Steve Kern, you've been making a habit of doing that a lot lately. Now, if you're so big and so bad and you want to beat us up and end our careers so bad, then why don't you just show up here at TV instead of conveniently sending in those long-distance interviews? You know we're going to be here. Why aren't you here?
Jerry, let